Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. I'm never going to get tired of saying this. It's time for some brand new Star Trek Lower Decks, specifically Season 5, Episode 4, wait for it, A Farewell to Farms. I'm assuming that's a play off of A Farewell to Arms, the Hemingway novel, but I digress because trying to read into any type of titles with this creative team, again, a fool's errand, my friends. If you could do me a favor though before we get started, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time we go live with Season 5. And of course, if there's anything that we do, Lower Decks included, that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then, and this is now, and now it's time for some brand new Star Trek Lower Decks as we watch Season 5, Episode 4, A Farewell to Farms. I find that very funny, friends. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go!
Prepare to taste defeat.
Kronos. Is that Ma?
Perhaps you are more comfortable daintily sitting on a bridge than getting your hands dirty. Silence! I will teach this Talk who to respect.
Boom.
What are you doing to our ship? I'm making it look fierce with the jaws of the brush devil that I felled. You ran over it by accident. But that counts. That was extremely honorable. Oh, who's that? No one, a Ferengi scammer.
Ma, my lord, we have blood wine to deliver.
That sounded like Carol. Oh, beautiful. Oh, are we going to have an extra special episode of Lower Decks? Is this our focuses on someone other than the Lower Deckers seasonal episode? It's a little early. I'm fine with this. If I'm pronouncing his name, I thought it was Ma'ah was his name, but I could be super duper wrong. M-A-apostrophe-A-H, right? And anyway, whatever. I really dig this character. So if this is a farewell to farms, I'm down with it. Cool.
Hey, Ma! Wait, don't hang up. Oh, who are you?
Why is a human calling you? I don't care.
You've made a powerful friend. What were they, Klingon whalers? Lamenters?
I'm much more attracted to captains.
Oh, if only there was a captain here. Silence, my lord.
Well, I'm sure you captained with honor. I remember you always screaming about honor. It was hot.
Mach killed Burke's brother.
Dorg was a traitor to the Empire. I have no regrets.
I'll bet his brother does.
Enough!
Wow.
If it isn't my old Chud Deech.
I do not like the progression of beard.
Wow, was that your girlfriend? Ooh, what crawled up her boob window and died? Anyway, what are we drinking?
Ah!
Huh, classic Mock.
It's Mach?
Are you saying Pan or Pam?
I'm meeting two of my species' greatest scholars.
Scholars? I thought they were food critics.
Precisely.
Really?
Hopes of discovering strange new meals. Scripture, their work goes beyond umami.
I think I've mentioned that I don't like Miggly Moo. If I haven't, surprise!
Your presence is a burden. Leave now.
Your presence is a burden.
You make this?
Yeah, our family has spent generations perfecting the bloodiness.
Ooh, who's this tall drink of, water? Water? You guys have water, right?
Yes, we have water.
Hey, look, you really helped me back on Sherbal 5, all right? I just want to return the favor.
You owe me nothing. Be gone.
I do owe you.
Be gone.
Of unreturned favors. It's a human thing. From Earth. You know, if we don't return favors, we get fed to a bear. Hey, Boimler, tell Mach about the Edict of Unreturned Favors.
What? Oh, yeah, right. We get fed to a bear.
How are you so comfortable with violence all of a sudden? Weren't you just afraid of skiing?
And I came out stronger. It's all in the beard, baby.
We're calling that a beard, huh?
We really are?
It is better you train to fight the bear.
What if you request the ritual of Jathurg?
Do not talk to me of Klingon rituals, boy.
Boy.
It's a ritual that allows a discharged captain to reclaim their command. It was last triggered over 300 years ago by Captain Jakor when he was involuntarily added to another crew via the rite of forced conscription.
Oh, wow.
What can I say? I love Klingon bureaucratic minutia.
Klingon bureaucratic minutia. The KBM, everybody.
This is gonna be so freaking awesome!
We should get out of here.
Do you think that means they respect me?
No.
Sweet and sour hell. Look at this place, Legnog.
Oh, classic Starfleet. Let me guess, you never vacuum the carpet?
Is this the security? I love the security. The white feathered ones.
A Cloacan in Starfleet? Shouldn't you be discovering new soups and stews?
I've encountered a few chowders.
Chowder. Oversight Council chambers.
Experience beige! You experience beige!
I'm assuming that is like the Klingon for get fucked.
Corinne, you old drunk. What are you doing here?
You old drunk.
You know each other?
Yeah, we violated some treaties back in the day. Hey, since when are you on the Oversight Council?
Since I threw my back out disemboweling a Romulan spy.
Nice.
Mark, my brother's murderer.
Oh,
Mach has initiated the ritual of Jathurg.
What is this smooth-headed worm muling about?
The ancient texts state that a discharged captain can be restored via tests of endurance, strength, and sacrifice.
Give me that! But Mark must also have a Quebec of at least 4 companions.
He's one short. He's right. This is a lost cause.
Ooh, hold up. Let me just go get something out of the truck.
well, yeah, his brother should be.
It appears I have no choice but to allow the ritual to proceed. First test, the right of unending pain.
Pain? This is gonna be Klingon as hell!
I can't with this mustache and shit that's all over his face. It's driving me nuts.
Au jus, Mordanian beef loin, and mac and cheese with breaded top.
They're just gonna start pecking. Oh, that'd be the best.
Great Brother God, I've never tasted anything so tasteless.
Unbearably bland. I might as well be eating wallpaper.
Wallpaper.
Psychologist, guard, catch me as I performatively faint.
Performatively.
I deserve this flapping.
Indeed you do, heretic.
Guards, storm me out of here.
Storm.
Now they'll write me into the book of the flavorless.
Oh my god.
Cook them a dish, they'll respect you again.
Oh, a yeasty lump loaf of an idea. Quickly, through my quarters. With each step, you will be struck by pain sticks.
Nice.
Well, I'm out.
I'm out. Me too, buddy.
What for your brother?
I don't care about my brother.
Okay, then how about for 1,000 Darsecs?
I will stand with Mach.
Nice. $1,000 it is, I'm assuming.
The pain is already too much, and there is yet another marker to pass.
Do not accept defeat so easily, brother.
Yep.
Quick, everyone, get on Malor!
What? Oh, get off me, Patak.
They're gonna defuse it.
No, this is ludicrous.
Yep, that sounds good.
This is over. No one gets to the red.
No one gets through the red.
It's working. The Patak's right.
Keep going there, big man.
Boy, you're a genius.
Oh, I feel like one.
Forget him, Mock. We did it.
Yes, I suppose we did.
That's it? I expected there to be like 8 more challenges.
Incredible dicing, Miss Tendy.
Assassin training.
I was gonna say medical training, but of course it's assassin. It's mistress training.
This hogfish galantine has turned out as plorpful as...
Hogfish? Who cares about impressing these people?
Have you Starfleet monsters ever heard of salt? It's covered in it.
You're clearly trying to destroy our taste buds. Guards, arrest this heathen.
What?
I'm sure the punishment will be tolerable.
We shall banish your entire family from the great seating chart.
The hell? Obviously, they're out to get him because they would be able to taste something. Like, he wouldn't be that wrong. Okay, so there are more challenges. Death Targ.
Now that's a big targ.
Way to go, Boimler.
That Spark guy seems like he's full of crap. Right, Mock?
Yes. Try.
He is.
much.
How can we possibly catch a beast this size?
Just get it to stop.
You grab a leg.
You are a lazy hijad. Why would I follow any plan of yours?
Because he's huge.
We did it! You must also trim the beast's nail.
What?
And express its anal gland.
Express its anal glands. That's a thing, actually, everybody. Hands up for all my old vet techs out there.
Perhaps it would be prudent to mark this challenge complete.
Ooh.
Trial, then let us do so. Now you must choose a member of your crew for sacrifice.
What?
What?
Sacrifice
Myself. Yeah. Come on now. We know this isn't going to happen.
If I die, I take my honor to the grave.
The human is right. You have behaved like month-old gach, and not in a good way.
I should kill you for those words.
He's lost his mojo.
But you are correct. My heart is not in the challenge.
Yep.
I do not want to be a captain in Bark's fleet anymore.
Then what are we doing out here?
Oh, we got a place for you, buddy.
My time in the stars is over.
Stop being a cock.
A cock.
You can still be a captain, just not in his crappy fleet.
Klingons cannot simply transfer to a new ship when they please.
No, they need a 2/3 majority vote.
Oh, you're going to hate Flavor Prison. It's the only place on the planet where we don't allow butter.
How can they arrest Miggly? I mean, come on. It's crazy.
They say everything is bland.
Shade de Sal isn't bland. They've spent 100 years perfecting their pod plant puree.
Okay, so obviously they can't taste anything anymore. And it'll be up to Tendi to figure it out.
A forced conscription. What are you talking about? That's not a real thing.
Oh, yes, it is.
The ritual has been invoked.
Who are they going to force?
This is Trekkie. I refuse.
Then prepare for Stovokor.
Woo! Oh, you're going to throw some flaming shit. Oh, you're in trouble, old Klingon.
You will still have to kill a member of your crew.
And thanks to the forced conscription, you're now
You
one
are
of us.
crew. Wait a minute.
This is absurd! Rules are rules, Bog. You've been outmatched.
It's actually dishonor. In the back, dude.
You are the one whose ashes shall pave Grethor.
Whoo! Have a seat.
Oh, that was awesome, brother. Are you okay?
No.
I am victorious!
Can we, slap some stuff on that?
I'm supposed to analyze a dimensional hole that opened in Klingon space.
You fought alongside me, had your life threatened.
For scans.
You play games with death, little warrior. I like it.
I like that.
Let's get you the information you seek.
You'll need a ship, brother. If you are not going back to the Chita, who will you serve with?
Come on. I know he's not going to the Cerritos, but tell me that isn't...
Oh, delicious as always.
Divine Cloacan expertise. These oysters aren't delicious. They taste like We swapped them with some manure we made with the replicator.
Then why did you two moan in pleasure?
They're lying. We are the best tasters in the galaxy.
It's true.
This is shit.
They were terrified they'd be found out. A cloacan without a sense of taste is no cloacan at all. Conversion disorder. The pressure of producing criticism has caused you to lose the very thing that causes your stress.
Is that ethical?
Shh, those two are punks. Just let him have his win.
Come on, bring your brother with you.
Did you see the Cerritos replicators got a 2-star review from Legnog and Gonald?
What are you talking about? I don't care.
What are you talking about?
We've been assuming these dimensional rifts are a natural occurrence, but now it's looking like someone's making them.
Martok started on a ship like this. I will command her with integrity and honor. I need a first officer, and I can think of no one better suited. Our ship needs its first upgrade.
Wait, that's my jaw! Brother, you are not such a padak after all!
As much as it pains me to say it, both of you have proven your todooge.
Help, brother! I fell on the bones! Fell on the bones! I can't feel my legs!
How did you even manage to get this that deep?
I don't know!
How did you even manage to get this that deep? Nice, nice, nice. Very good episode. Enjoyed that one quite a bit. Maybe my favorite one so far. We'll see. All right, friends, we just got done watching Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5, Episode 4, A Farewell to Farms. And the only thing left to do is to talk about it. Alrighty, everybody, we just got done watching Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5, Episode 4, A Farewell to Farms. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. In fact, I think this was my favorite one of the season so far. Even I really didn't like the Miglimoo storyline. I thought that was sort of filler, but we always have a B plot in Lower Decks. This one was a weaker one, just because for me, because I don't like the character of Miglimoo. He drives me. Enough. With Miglimoo. Hopefully, this is our tie-off of Miglimoo. Like, we don't have to circle back around to Miglimoo. He's okay, everybody. Let's move on. But, the stuff on the Klingon homeworld of, was it Kronos? I thought it was really, really good. And, again, boy, who wasn't wishing? And I know that we all were at some point. You're looking at, oh, you don't have a ship? You don't want to be a captain anymore? Ooh. We have a ship. How would you like to join Starfleet? It makes no sense, but how would you like to join Starfleet? It would be great. I mean, I guess they could, the same way that they had T'Lyn come over, it's like, she's like on loan from the Vulcan Science Academy or whatnot, because she didn't technically go to Starfleet Academy. So I guess they could, right? I mean, I had it in my mind. I had, Mach, or whatever his name is, totally decked out in the uniform. I just thought that would be really, really cool. Of course, I'm assuming they probably would think it was like too Worf to do it, but I don't know. It's cool though. I thought it'd been really neat to kind of bring him in. And again, though, bringing in a new character or new dynamic, I should say, would have been maybe not the best idea for, something where we only have 6 episodes left, or 5. My God, we have 5 episodes. We have 6 episodes. So, again, I really like how they're going, and we've talked about this before, but it feels like this is not the last season. It feels like, this is just another series or season of this series of Lower Decks that, they're walking around, taking us around, talking about these anomalies, which is obviously, we can stamp it in iron now that we have, that's our seasonal plot, is where are these rifts, what are they coming from? Somebody's making them. So let's talk about that for a second. Now, unfortunately, I just don't have as much of the series background with Star Trek as is necessary. I'm 2 full seasons into the original series. I've seen, not even worth mentioning, of TNG, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. I've seen the first 2 seasons of Discovery. I've seen the entire series of Enterprise. 3rd season of Picard, and I'm working through Strange New Worlds right now. I've seen all the movies except for one of the Next Generation movies. So that's basically what I can draw from here. But with that being said, we have somebody now. It seems that these rifts, these quantum fissures that they're talking about, the ones where we had, the almost identical Cerritos, where we've had, these different implications as far as, incursions, and just there's another rift, and we found it. They're popping up all over the place. Someone's obviously opening these. Well, now that they've said it, they said, these are man-made. Some of these are artificial. Somebody's coming around. They're not naturally occurring phenomenon. So it's something that, is being done deliberately. Okay, so why? The idea is to my mind, if you're opening multiple rifts like this that are similar, that are, whether they be to alternate worlds or something like that, it means you're looking for something, and you haven't found it yet. Now, the question is, what could you look for in a rift? And now, again, are these all the same types of rifts? I'm assuming they are, because they haven't said, this one's different or this one's that one, because when we experienced that first one with the almost identical Cerritos, they said something to the effect of, these are popping up all over the place. They didn't say like variations are popping up all over the place, but that could have been implied. So I'm not real sure. So whatever I'm saying here, if it's like, well, no, man, there could be multiple different types of these like quantum fissures and rifts. They couldn't all be the same. Obviously, I'm wrong then, but let's assume that they are similar types of rifts. Okay, so if you're opening up these similar types of rifts and they're going to like parallel dimensions, you're looking for something. Now, the thing is, if you're looking for something, that's different because depending upon the world that you go to, it might not exist. It might not be exactly what you need. However, if you're looking for someone, well, then that's a horse of a different color. Say that somebody lost somebody. Now, do we have any like NPCs or like secondary characters out there that have lost somebody that has ruined them? You know what I mean? That's incapable of them continuing because of this loss. I can't think of anybody that we have lost that, we had Shax, but Shax came back. Now, again, how deep down the rabbit hole were they willing to go here? Because I'm getting way, way, way off into the weeds here, but let's just say that Shax didn't go to the Black Mountain and came back. Let's say that Shax instead is a Shax from somewhere else. You know what I mean? That could easily be, not easily, but it's a potential. It's something to think about. Are people looking to replace people in our prime timeline? We're just going to call it the prime. I know there's a big debate in the first episode, but if somebody's trying to replace or find someone they lost, I mean, there's numerous different ways to look at what like an incursionary kind of recovery mission would be. We've lost somebody, we need them back. It doesn't necessarily need to be a loved one. It could be a very important person, somebody with specific knowledge, somebody with the ability to get in somewhere where nobody else could get in, somebody that knows something that everybody else doesn't know, like where the bodies are buried type of stuff. And you're hoping that if you find somebody close enough to that person, that they would have the answer to that. They said only just, one or two choices changing between like the Cerritos Prime and the one we saw in the first episode. Now, with that being said, there could be something else, like some type of other like parallel phenomenon that only exists in another place that you need to bring here. It just seems like this is a setup more for, we need something that our universe used to have and no longer does. And that thing could be an item, or a person or an idea or a clue or knowledge or something like that. That's what I'm going with right now, friends. But for this episode, I thought it was really, it shows us the trajectory of Boimler in this episode, and that fucking beard of his, man, it's just so off-putting to me. Mariner seems to be in her best state that we've ever seen her. I mean, we're 4 episodes in now. It's pretty much a given now. With the exception of the Jen roadblock, speed bump that we hit, she's been pretty well adjusted. She's been pretty straightforward, more so than we've ever seen her. I think that's a nice thing to say, or a fair thing to say, I should say. Obviously we talked about how Tendi is basically wrapped up. Tendi, I mean, could they get back into a Tendi story? Absolutely. But it seems like a good place to kind of say, okay, Tendi, you're done. For now. Rutherford is not necessarily the same thing, but Rutherford had a lot of his story revealed with, the accident and everything, Admiral Buenamigo and all this. That was way back. That seems like his story was really the first one to get kind of rectified. But again, no T'Lyn in this episode. You can't have too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen, no pun intended, for this particular episode. But, again, it's an exploration into some of these old things that we left undone. You wonder what happened to Migli Moo? You wonder what happened to Mach? Well, here we go. Here's where they are. And we can push back from the table, so to speak, and say, oh, okay, for right now, your story's done. And I hate that, but at the same time, they're really tying some stuff off here, friends. They're really kind of making sure that, it's a bit of fan service, really, to go around and really kind of give us closure with some of these people before we move on. I can only assume that it's interesting. I'm theorizing on multiple ways that this show could go. And, with these time rifts or these fissures, these fractures in time space, anything is on the table. I mean, they could go back and walk into their bodies in episode 1. And relive the whole thing again. Who knows? Who knows how they want to, set this up for the future, or how they want to, where they want to put them. I mean, they could put them back in the TOS era. They could do, those old scientists again. We could be right back in it. Who knows? That The creatives have done themselves a fantastic service by leaving every single card on the table, every single door available to them, every single conceivable ending for these characters in play, which is very, very neat. Now, we did talk about it at the very end. I'll end with this. We talked about this after one of maybe the first episode or so, when we said, maybe we could see a projection, like 10 years from now, and we see where everybody is, and they're sitting around talking about the things that they're doing. Maybe they can show us. Maybe we can see through these fissures, and we can see Brad at the chair. We can see, Talin leading a science team or whatnot, Or, they could go something dire. We could see Tendi not alive, her sister at the gravesite or, something like that. Here lies the mistress of the winter constellations, something, terrifying like that. Something very like Ebenezer Scrooge could happen. They've left everything on the table. I put nothing past these creatives. They know what they want to do, but they're going to confuse us until they get there. And when they get there, it won't be the thing that we think that they were going to do to begin with. At least for me, I'm always 2 steps behind this crew. Friends, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time we go live with Season 5 of Star Trek Lower Decks. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. But my friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye. So where do we say goodbye from? Well, friends, I say we say goodbye from a newly christened ship with a captain and a first officer. And by God, they need crew for just a little bit until they can staff a crew themselves. And so we have decided and told the Cerritos we'll be by in a couple days. We're going to help Mach and his brother get started. Friends, until it's time for us to restart this fantastic adventure, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.